Today we are doing 3-3 equations. A few definitions to go over. It says an equation is a statement that two mathematical expressions are equal. So an example of that could be a plus 0 equals a. So with that equal signs, it means that both of these halves are equal, or sides I should say. Substitution is replacing the variable with an equation with a given value. So I can plug in anything into this variable. It could be a number, it could be another equation, but when I do, I would be able to substitute it in. That's what it's doing when you replace it. And then you solve. Numerical equations, those are closed sentences. And algebraic equations are open sentences. So if you have a numerical equation, that's where you just use number and symbols, that is considered a closed statement because it can only have one specific answer. An algebraic equation that has a variable in it, that is an open sentence because you can plug in different numbers and get the same answer. So it is considered an open sentence, because sometimes more than one answer equals that variable. Here we have identity versus conditional. So identity could be a plus 0 equals a. So again, you're adding something and still getting itself. So like 5 plus 0 is 5, 6 plus 0 is 6. So anytime you add 0, you always get yourself. I could also subtract. It could be x minus x is 0, or 2 minus 2 is 0, or 3 minus 3 is 0. You would always be getting that 0. And this is true for all real numbers. So any real number I plug in for those variables, I should get this answer. Conditional is when you plug in something. So here I could plug in 2 for x, and 2 plus 5 would give me 7. So that's only true when x is 2. So it's only true for some real numbers. It's not always true because it depends what I plug in here for x to get that 7. So that is considered conditional. Let's get into our first example. It says determine if the given value of the variable is a solution to the equation. Write yes or no. So we're just going to look here, and I have 3/4 y equals 12. And it says when y is 16. So I look here and it wants to know, and when I plug in 16 for y, do I get 12? So let's see. I'm going to write 3/4 times 16 equals 12. So I can cross cancel. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 16 4 times. So I'd have 3 times 4 is, what do you know, 12. So this is true. So you would say yes, because it said to write yes or no. So yes, when y is 16, you get 12. So you're substituting 16 in for y. Here for b, it says m over 2 plus 2 equals 6 when m is 4. So you want to substitute 4 in for m and see if we get 6. Well, I'll cross cancel. I get 4 equals 6. That is not true, so we would say no. And these are conditional because it doesn't always work out. It has to be the right number to substitute in. Example number 2. Tell whether the equation is conditional or identity, and then it wants you to check your answer. So, looking here, it wants to know if I plug something in here, will I get a conditional answer or is it an identity? Well, here's how I do it. I like to plug in some possibilities. Let's say n is 2. So I'm plugging in 2 for n. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So that works. But if I do 3, and I substitute 3 in here, 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 3 is 6. It doesn't always work, so this is a conditional statement. It's not an identity. It's not when no matter what I plug it in, I get that answer. Let's look here at B. It says A minus B minus C equals A minus B minus C, and it wants to know if it is conditional or not. So I'm going to try plugging in a couple things. The first thing let's try is, let's plug in 2 for A, 3 for B, 4 for C equals 2 minus 3 minus 4. Okay, so order operations, I'd have 2 minus 3 minus 4 is negative 1. 2 minus minus, so we're adding 1. This is 3. 2 minus 3 is negative 1 minus 4. So I end up getting negative 5. So 3 does not equal negative 5, so that's no. Now, so that right there means that it's conditional. It depends what you plug in there, whether or not you will get the same answer or not. Let's look at example number 3. It says, write as an equation, tell whether open or closed. If it's closed, tell it is true or false. So the first one is the quotient of a number 7 and 7 is 10. So let's write out that algebraic expression. Quotient is a key word. I'm going to underline that. Of a number, and 7 is means equals 10. So the quotient of a number and 7 is equals 10. Okay, so it says tell whether it's opened or closed. So when we look here, since it's algebraic, it's opened. Let's look at B. We have the difference between negative 36 and 17 is 19. Let's underline our keywords. We have difference between negative 36 and 17 is 19. So negative 36, the difference means subtraction. 17 is means equals 19. So since we're only using numbers here and symbols, we know that this is going to be closed. And if it's closed, we then have to go ahead and see if the answer is true or false. Does it make a true statement or a false statement? So this is going to be plus and negative. So 36 and 17 is negative 53, and that does not equal 19. So you know that this is a false statement. Here we have a chart that goes over the different properties of equality. I just want to run through these real quick. We have the reflexive property of equality. That's just like looking in a mirror, A equals A. Symmetric property of equality is if A equals B, then B must also equal A. Transitive property is if A equals B and B equals C, then these two, the A and the C, must be equal to each other. Addition property of equality, if A equals B, then A plus C equals B plus C. That's because you're adding the same number to both sides, and it already told you that A and B were the same. Subtraction property of equality is the same thing as addition, except you're subtracting by a number, and A and B were already the same. Multiplication of equality, if A equals B, then if you multiply C by both sides, then they should still stay equal to each other. Division property of equality, if A and B are equal and C is not 0, then if you divide by the same number, then these are also equivalent. So it's going to ask you to go ahead and tell which property is illustrated. So I did one of them for you. It says if x equals 7, then x minus 7 equals 7 minus 7. And so this is the subtraction property of equality because you're subtracting by the same number, 7, and it already told you that x equals 7. So this is subtraction property.